Shabbat Shalom. So, a divorce, these are, let me start again. Shabbat Shalom. These are actual personals from a Jewish newspaper, okay? Man looking for a woman, or a woman looking for a man. Divorced Jewish man seeks a partner to attend shul with, light Shabbos candles, celebrate holidays, build sukkah together, attend brises, weddings, and bar mitzvahs. Religion, not important. Israeli professor, 41 years of age, with 18 years of teaching in my behind. Looking for an American-born woman who speaks English very good. I am a sensitive Jewish prince to whom you can open your heart to and share your innermost thoughts and deepest secrets. Confide in me. I'll understand your insecurities. No fatties, please. Single Jewish woman, 29, into disco, mountain climbing, skiing, track and field, has a slight limp. Jewish male, 34, very successful, smart, independent, self-made, looking for a girl whose father will hire me. Speaking about relationships, I want to share with you this evening from a passage that talks about the consummation of a relationship. In Yochanan chapter 2, the book of John chapter 2, we read, "On the third day, a wedding took place at Cana in Galilee. Yeshua's mother was there, and Yeshua and his disciples also had been invited to the wedding. When the wine was gone, Yeshua's mother said to him, 'They have no more wine.' 'Dear woman, why do you involve me?' And Yeshua replied, 'My time has not yet come.' His mother said to the servants, 'Do whatever he tells you.' Nearby stood 6 stone jars of water, the kind used by Jews for ceremonial washing, each holding 20 to 30 gallons. And Yeshua said to the servants, 'Fill the jars with mayim, with water,' so they filled them to the brim. Then he told them, 'Now draw some out and take it to the master of the banquet.' They did so, and the master of the banquet tasted the mayim, the water, that had been turned into yain, wine. He did not realize where it had come from, though the servants who had drawn the water knew. Then he called the bridegroom aside and said, 'Everyone brings out the choice wine first, and then the cheaper wine after the guests have had too much to drink. But you have saved the best till now.' This, the first of his miraculous signs, Yeshua performed at Cana in Galilee. He thus revealed his glory, and his disciples put their faith in him." This is the first miracle that Yeshua performs, the turning of the water into wine. And I believe there's several things significant about this passage. But the first thing significant about the turning of the water into wine is the message that Yeshua was trying to relate to his disciples. Did you ever wonder why the first miracle that Yeshua performed was the turning into wine? Of all of the miracles he could possibly have performed, there has to be something very significant about the fact that this was the first. Why was this the first? I believe this was the first miracle that he performed because one of the primary purposes of the book of Yochanan, he tells us himself that you might believe that Yeshua is the Messiah, the Son of God. Well, how would doing this miracle show that Yeshua was the Messiah? I believe that John is trying to show that Yeshua is the prophet promised in the Torah, Deuteronomy 18:18. I will raise up for you a prophet from within your midst. What was so unique about Moses, the prophet like Moses? The end of the Torah tells us, Deuteronomy 34, until this day no prophet has arisen in Israel like Moses, who the Lord spoke to face, and who did all the great signs and wonders that Moses did in the sight of the people when he brought us forth from the land of Egypt. Well, if Yeshua is the greater prophet like Moses, and he's going to perform Mosaic-type signs and wonders, doesn't it make sense that the first miracle that he performs is the turning of the water into wine? Because when Moses came to redeem Israel, what was the first miracle that he performed? He turned the water into blood, into dam. It was also the first sign that he performed to the leaders and the people of Israel to demonstrate that God has sent him as well. So when Yeshua turns the water into wine, he's saying, I am the prophet like Moses. I am the one whom your ancestors, who your forefathers have been praying for, waiting for, longing for. But Yeshua doesn't turn the water into blood. Why? Why does he turn it into wine? Because he doesn't come to bring death and judgment. The thief comes to rob and to kill and to destroy. But he came that we might have life and have it how? More abundantly. So Yeshua's turning the water into wine demonstrates he is the one of whom Moses and the prophets spoke of. But there's also rich spiritual significance in the fact that he turned the water into wine. And that's what I want to talk with you about here this evening.